My name is Ross Dale. Today I will be doing an informative speech about what farmers are doing to help protect the environment. The use of chemicals and fertilizer is used a lot nowadays to help produce the best crop that they can produce for the consumer. Farmers do care about the environment, no matter what EPA or all these environmentalists say. Everything they are trying to implement, all their new technologies, are trying to help protect it. I grew up on a farm myself in South Dakota. My family still farms today. And I worked for an elevator in South Dakota as a custom applicator. I had to be certified on the chemicals, certified on the use of them to help not contaminate the groundwater or streams. Farmers are implementing the new technologies to help protect the environment in their everyday practices. I will tell you today about the technologies that are being used on the equipment, along with the advancements in the fertilizer and chemicals that they are using, along with what the government is doing to implement or to help implement these new practices into the everyday farmer's operation. The technologies used for application, a lot of the new machines run on GPS. It helps eliminate the overlap and excessive amount of chemicals or fertilizer that are being applied to a certain area. Along with that, soil sampling. Winfield is a big push for soil sampling. Soil sampling basically tells you how much fertilizer the ground will hold before it starts being excessive and causing issues with the environment. Along with the GPS, they have automatic shutoffs, especially on the sprayers. So once you get to a spot that's already been sprayed, they start shutting down them certain sections that would then be overlapping, and now they're not being used. They're eliminating a lot of the overlap, which is saving money for the farmer with the chemical needs costs. Machines that are being used to apply these chemicals, the chemicals have to advance along with the machines. The chemicals and fertilizer, now they use blenders, so they blend all the fertilizers together, so they only get put on in one shot. Along with the blenders, they are using variable rate, which goes along with the soil sampling. This allows you to put just the fertilizer needed for the hopeful crop to grow in the certain areas and not have excessive amounts where it's not needed. Along with the fertilizer, they are using chemicals that are designed to kill more than one weed at a time. It used to be farmers were more like scientists. They were mixing 4 or 5 different chemicals just to get the kill that they are now getting with one chemical, which helps a lot. These chemicals are stronger rate, but they are able to, or they're stronger concentration, but they are able to apply them at a lower rate, which basically waters them down so they aren't as effective or on the environment. They are actually safer for the environment. Along with the advancements in the technologies, the government is doing their part. The new farm bill has a lot of incentives in it for the farmer to start using these practices. It does give them a kickback because all these practices are expensive. The rebates on the chemical, a lot of chemical companies provide rebates. If you use certain chemicals, you get a certain percentage back on this. It does make a big incentive because the chemicals they are using are very, very expensive. No matter how much you farm, it does get expensive. Along with all that, they are doing deep banding fertilizer, which means they put it down below where the plants will be, so the plants go down and get it. This helps because a lot of fertilizers that lay on top of the ground on a humid, hot, sunny day will evaporate and just either evaporate into the air or they will get washed away when it rains and end up in the streams, and not a good idea. The fish do not like urea or nitrogen in their water. They usually end up dying. In conclusion, farmers are doing what they can to help with the environment while trying to produce a crop that everybody needs, and their acres have to produce so much more now because the population is growing and towns are starting to eat up their acres and overtake that. The main points I talked about today are the technologies and the equipment that is being used, along with the technologies and advancements in the fertilizer and the chemical industry, and what the government is doing to help promote the use of all these new systems that are in place. I guess in conclusion, or kind of a final point to think about, no matter what EPA, the environmentalists, any of these people that are go green, no matter what they say, farmers are doing their part, and no matter how hard they try, they're still going to get ridiculed because they have to use these chemicals to produce a crop to feed everybody. Their acres have to produce so much more now because of population growth and the smaller acres that they are getting and the high cost of growing the crops, that they have to produce such a large amount of product that they have to use this stuff. And no matter what they do, they're still going to get ridiculed for it.